Hey everybody, this is the Rural Adventurer here. I got another interesting thing to show you. You see, the story here is that the other day when I was helping my mother-in-law move a bookcase cabinet combo thing, I found a strange object behind it. It was a little tin. This tin. And it seemed pretty innocuous. Didn't seem like anything special. But when I opened it, there were some objects inside that were of note. And I just wanted to show them to you and give you a little commentary on them. See, we have here is a Riley Brothers toffee tin. I'm guessing it's from the 60s, mid-60s. I don't know exactly when it was manufactured. The company is out of business. I think it's been, I believe they are making Riley's Toffees again today, but for a long time the company didn't exist. So this company was based out of Halifax in West Yorkshire in Great Britain. They made toffee until like the 50s, and then the company got bought out by another company. But they were kind of known for having a very wide array of really beautifully made tins, and this is frankly one of the least interesting tins that they had to offer. There's really nice looking tins made by this company, but that's not what you're here for. I promise.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box? What's in the box?
So, if we were to open this tin, we will find the contents about the same as I found them. First of all is this leather sheath containing this pocket knife. Very nice, well made. I'm assuming it's about 90 years old, something like that. It's made by the Hen and Rooster knife company, based out of Solingen. I probably ruined that, didn't I? People from Germany, let me know how badly I mispronounced that. Solingen, Germany. The company was started by a guy named Carl Bertram, and he started this company in 1845, and unfortunately it got bought out and liquidated in 1980. But up until 1980 they continued to make very nice pocket knives like that one. But that's not what you're here for. Here we have a box containing a couple of cameos. I'm assuming this is mass produced. A lot of cameos are actual portraits of actual people. I'm guessing this isn't. I think this is mass produced, but still, this is still easily 120 years old, something like that, maybe more, probably more. Same with this. This is, I don't know enough about cameos, but I just wanted to show it to you. They're very lovely, very nice to look at. There's this little pin. I'm assuming it's got cotton on it. I'm assuming this belonged to someone. Camera's not focusing on what I want it to focus on. I'm assuming this belonged to someone that we don't know anymore, but it was kept as a memento by the gentleman who owned this box. He was a World War II vet. He went overseas and defeated the bad guys in 1944. And I know this because we have something here that I will show you in a moment that says so. Here we have these are German marks, and they were introduced by the U.S. government as a way for servicemen, American servicemen, to spend money in Germany. These were made in the USA. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself with this one. This is a German mark. This is not. And they were made in America and shipped overseas to be legal tender in occupied Germany in the later stages of World War II. These were used in lieu of the German Reichsmark, which was the legal tender of Nazi Germany, and continued to be the legal tender of Germany well into the Soviet occupation of Germany, when it was broken into East and West. And so here we have same thing, same idea. We have the French franc. This is a 2 franc bill, and it was used to replace the Reichsmark, that was in use in Nazi-occupied France in the 40s. And once we came over and kind of took care of things on the western side of the European theater, we introduced these bills as legal tender. You got Ein Mark and 2 francs. But that is also not what you're really here for.
What's in the box?
All right, here's what you're really here for, whether you knew it or not. Some of you might recognize this even without me unfolding it, if you are historically inclined. So what we have here is an armband, and they were used to denote rank within the Nazi party. You wear it on your arm. There's different degrees of how well made they were, how fancy the design was. They had like gold leaf around here or something. Different things that I think higher ranking officers within the Nazi party would have. This one's very simply made. I would imagine this is for a lower ranking member of the Nazi party. These were worn by both military, government officials, and civilians alike. This was not for the military specifically. It was to show you were a member of the Nazi party. I think they were most often worn during parades and political rallies, that sort of thing. And so here you can see it says souvenir of Leipzig, Germany. This was written on here by the veteran who brought it home. As I hold this thing, this souvenir trinket, I feel its weight. I feel the despicable meaning behind it. And it's like a poison that seeps into the flesh of my hands. I'm uncomfortable handling it. And this symbol here, which is a corruption of the original Indian religious symbol for well-being, represents everything that humanity should avoid. Intolerance, mass hysteria, mass murder, the devaluation of human life. It symbolizes the absolute bottom, the complete nadir, if you will, of human behavior. And as I hold it in my hand, I have a very strong urge to take a lighter to it. I want to destroy it, but I'm not going to do that. And I'll tell you why. Because that's what these people did. They destroyed history. They burned books. And when they couldn't destroy history, they corrupted it. They replaced it with lies. The myth of the Aryan master race. The myth of the subhuman Jew. It's a disgusting series of fairy tales designed to whip those susceptible to it into such a frenzy that it took a supreme effort from the entire world to uproot it and destroy it. It's very important, it's critically important that these events not be forgotten. It's important that we collectively, as a global community, carry these events with us in order to never forget what we human beings are capable of. The heights that we can achieve and the depths that we can sink to. Make no mistake about it, there are modern forces out there who want to destroy history. Cancel culture exists, and it knows no race, color, religion, or political party. Extreme elements from virtually any classification you can think of wish nothing more than for you to forget history. They are actively working to rub it out and replace it with their own myths. This is a modern problem. This isn't something we wiped out when we wiped these people out. There are people who want you to believe, for whatever insane reason that I can't fathom, that this never happened. Millions of people annihilated, and somehow this didn't happen. This is one of the more extreme examples, but there are plenty of easier to digest stories out there that are gaining traction with people who are susceptible to misinformation. It's critical to our future that these efforts do not succeed. We need to remember the worst of times and the Herculean effort required to end them, so that we don't repeat the mistakes of the past. Look at modern Germany. They learn from their mistakes. They learn from the mistakes of their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, to become one of the most friendly, inclusive, industrious nations on the planet. Don't get me wrong, this is not a Germany problem anymore. It hasn't been for 80 years. Misinformation and the accelerating drift towards extremism is a very global problem, and it's only getting worse. So study the past using legitimate sources. Don't mythologize. Remember those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Work hard to leave this world a better place than it was when you entered it. Study history. Study science. Preserve history. Preserve history. No matter how ugly. So that our kids can learn from our mistakes and those of the people who came before us.